It's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's the Bead Places live party. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with you.
Hi,
Hello.
this is
I was going
Melody.
to say, we have a guest today, as you can probably tell.
Yeah, so this is Melody MacDuffee of Soul of Somanya, and we're gonna let her tell you guys what she does.
Okay. I am the founder and director of a little nonprofit in Ghana in West Africa. And what we do is hire young adults as soon as they're of age to work. And we give them some training in jewelry making skills, basket making, sewing, and so forth, so that the quality of workmanship will be up to Western standards. And they make their traditional crafts. They send everything over to me. I take it all over the country, all these different items. And all the money, every bit of the money goes back to get them steady jobs at a better than living wage. We pay almost double the minimum wage so that they're able to live better now, but also be able to save money. And I would say probably 8 or 9 out of every 10 use it for educational purposes, which delights us because statistically for every year a girl in a developing country goes to school, her lifetime earnings go up by about 10%.
Wow.
And that's, if we can put somebody through 4 years of high school, that's almost a 50% cumulatively increase in their lifetime earnings. So it's just been a joy doing it. I love it. And they just make such wonderful things. Really beautiful, colorful, cheerful beads. And same with the fabrics. They're always very bright and big patterns and very bold. And they're just so distinctive and so gorgeous. And the baskets are also very colorful, most of them. I have a few neutral ones, but in general, they're very colorful too. So that's what we're about. And our website address is www.soulofsomanya. There we go.
I'll get that
.net.
shared in the comments section. You guys can check that out.
Yeah, Alex is gonna link that in chat, so you can open a new tab or click it later, and then I believe, have it linked in the description. If we don't, it is definitely in chat. So Alex, what I'm going to have you do, if you don't mind, is take the ticker off or switch it over to our instructional one. So what we're doing tonight is Melody has picked some of her favorites and most popular items. And so you guys are actually going to have your chance to shop the show virtually. So if you're in the St. Louis area, Melody's here all weekend, not only with her trunk show of beautiful items, but she's also teaching classes. So if you're in the St. Louis area, make sure to stop by, check out the show, register for classes. If you're not in the St. Louis area, you can, of course, shop tonight. We have through Saturday morning, right, to turn in and complete orders. So definitely, if you're able to watch this live, you can drop your orders in chat as we go, just like usual. But please make sure you have your orders turned in and finalized by Saturday morning.
Like 12 or 1.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, that should work.
Cool. So the other thing that I wanted to mention is that we're actually hosting Melody for a virtual class. So Alex, if you can go to this page and drop the link to that in chat, that would be awesome. Alex is going to link the calendar page of our classes and events where you can actually register for either the virtual or the
in-house classes.
Yeah, in-person classes. So Alex,
we also have,
oh, no, you go.
We also have one open space that if you come in and you look at the jewelry and see something you're interested in learning, we can schedule another class.
Yeah.
So let us know if you have things that you're excited about that you wish we had offered this time.
Yeah, awesome. While we're on that note, actually, what I forgot to do is grab the samples for the classes. So why don't we take a look at those? And Melody can talk a little bit, if you don't mind, about your offerings and your experience in wire weaving.
I'll tell you a little bit about these really colorful beads that you are about to see. They're hand painted. These are made by members of the Krobo tribe, which is the group that I work with over in Ghana. And you can see they're just really beautiful, cheerful colors and really intricate designs. Some of these beads have probably been fired 3 times in the process of making them. They'll fire the background color and then they'll paint one color of the petals or whatever. They have to wait for that to dry, then they'll paint another color or two, and then they'll fire again to make sure that the glazes don't chip. So if it has 5 or 6 colors on it, it's going to have been fired 3 times. Something like this is probably only twice. Very high maintenance to make. I got to watch the process the first time I went. And this is the kind of bead that this tribe is most famous for. They're not made like this anywhere else in the world that I'm aware of, and I'm 99% sure that I'm right on that. And then also these fused beads, which are really wonderful and also very colorful. And the people of this tribe love color, and all colors go together. There's no like, oh, it has to be in this color family or that color family. All colors go together for them, and it ends up making these wonderful, cheerful combinations that if I were making a necklace, I might not think to put them together. But when you see them like this, it's like, oh boy, yeah. That's working.
Definitely. So Melody teaches, oh, you know what?
Yeah,
Can you zoom in a little bit? I know you just zoomed out, but is that something that I can do that.
There you go.
There we go. Look at that. I did it.
Yay.
So
Where's it zoom into?
I don't know. We'll find it. So Melody is a wire wrapping artist and instructor. She's written lots of books and has taught
And
all
booklets.
over. Yeah, and booklets.
Which I have available here this weekend.
So this is the class that is the virtual class that will be offered on Thursday at 6 or 7. Can you check the
7.
calendar? 7. Thank you.
It's on there at 7. So tomorrow night at 7.
Yeah.
Still time to sign up.
And that's Central Time, by the way.
That's 2 more examples of the same basic technique.
Yeah.
It's a way of bezeling a cab without having to use any kind of torches or heat processes, and still make a real distinctive setting for it. I call it the quick and easy bezel. It's more easy than quick because putting the seed beads on takes a little bit of time, but they don't take a long time. As a 2-hour class, and people finish in class.
That's awesome. Very cool. So the next class that Melody is going to be teaching is the following day, Friday, and I think that one's at 6 p.m., right? Am I right?
I think
Alex
so.
is going to check that.
No. 6, yeah.
Yep, 6. Cool. So this one's the hoops and bangles class. So
There's an example of the hoops, and you can make them as big or as small as you want. I've had people make them big enough to go over their hands and still wear them as earrings.
Oop, there it
oh,
is.
that's awesome.
Or you can tone them down a little bit, make something a little bit more conservative.
Yeah.
So in class, you'll make 1 pair of earrings and 1 bangle, but I like to wear the bangles stacked, like they are on there.
Like this.
I never wear
Oh,
fewer
wrong
than
way.
maybe
Hello, Maria.
10 or 11 or 12 of them, because you could just wear all the different colors and different colors of metal and seed beads and everything, and they just look great all in a jumble like that.
I love this little dainty one. Isn't that sweet?
So you'll go home with you can make your earrings match your bangle, or you can choose a whole different look for the earrings if you want. And I teach you how to make it so that the fit has to be really precise, because it has to go over your hand, but you don't want it to be humongous when it's on your wrist. So it needs to go snugly over your hand, and I'll teach you how to get that result.
That's awesome. All right. And then we did have a class on Saturday that we are going to show in just a second. And Alex is going to check the time on that one as well. I tell him this as if he has a
He's so handy to
11
have
a.m.
around.
awesome. Yeah. So look at these beautiful
These are the shoulder
earrings.
sweepers.
Yeah.
And again, you can make them as long or as short as you want. You can make the top smaller or bigger, depending on whether you want a more dainty look or something a little bit more splashy. I love to do the ombre thing where the colors fade into each other, but you could, you choose your own beads and just decide what colors you want in there.
Awesome.
They're a lot of fun to make.
They're beautiful. All right. Well, Alex, would you mind reading some comments that we have coming through?
Hello from Connecticut. Says Maria. Hello from Fairview Heights.
There were a handful of complimentary comments up at the top that I think were messages to Melody. So I just want to make sure we get those
Sean
messages.
Pippin says, hello, love Melody and all her designs.
Oh, thank you, Sean.
Sweet.
Suzanne Ward says, Melody is great.
Agreed.
Oh, Susanna Ward. Susan.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. She's
Yeah.
from New Orleans.
Yeah.
Coral Delancey, who's a regular on the watching, says, good evening.
I'm going to try to not trip over
Hello to
any
you
cords.
too.
Terry Velasco says, Hello, Melody, Abby, and Alex. Suzanne says also her classes are great.
Or what?
Her classes are great.
She's taken quite a few classes from me. She's a regular.
At the bead shop on
Yes,
Magazine Street? Awesome.
Sean says, "How fun! Have fun, everyone near there."
Oh, sweet.
And Maria says, "Hi, Abby. I have done a few of your pieces and learned so much from your tutorials. Thank you."
Oh,
And that's on
sweet.
YouTube.
Cool.
Love all these jewelry, especially those shoulder dusters. Cool.
Yeah.
From YouTube.
Yep.
Well, we would love to have you come in and learn how to make them.
Yeah. I think Coral is not local, but
Oh,
we should probably do some more virtual ones
Yeah,
next time
yeah.
you come through. That
We can
would
do
be a
that.
good idea. All right. So, Alex, if you wouldn't mind telling the folks at home how they can shop from home, and we'll get started prepping some stuff with
I
letters.
don't know how to do that anymore.
You
Because
don't?
you changed everything.
No, I didn't change anything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, if you would like to shop from home, you can just drop the letter of the items that we're going to be looking at in chat. And make sure that if you're a new shopper, you send us a message on Facebook or through our website to let us know what email address you'd like us to send your invoice to. We'll get them shipped out to you ASAP, just as soon as you're paid. And that's how you can shop the show from home.
Well, I knew that.
That's what I was asking you to
I know
say.
on the back end you switched things up, though.
Oh, yeah, no, we don't invoice directly through PayPal. We use our
I was
own
going to say
system.
that. I might have been wrong, so I'm glad I didn't say anything.
That's old news, though.
Anyways,
Okay,
how much are these?
so
these are $10 per circle. The circles are pretty big. I have a pretty big hand, and they go over my hand really easily. So they're actually almost too big for a bracelet. But most people buy these to take them apart and actually use the beads and combine them with other things. For example, spacer beads. We have several colors of the flat spacers, or people put like a metal spacer in between. There's just a million things you can do with them.
So are we doing each color a different letter, or is this?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably the best
Alrighty.
way.
So let's pick
And we have
A.
limited supplies on these. We
Yeah.
don't have a whole lot of any one thing.
So get your comments in quick, guys. So this beautiful green one is A, and it is $10. And these are powdered glass.
Yeah, they call them powdered glass beads because they actually they'll get Coke bottles or whatever they can get and smash it into a powder and then fuse it in molds that they make out of termite clay, which I thought was
okay.
interesting because you can fire termite clay at a higher temperature without it cracking.
Yeah.
And their kilns are made of termite clay as well.
Now, do they use termite clay now for sand cast?
I don't know.
beads?
I've never seen the sand cast being
Okay.
done, but I suspect so.
Okay. Very cool. All right. Do we want to do B for
Okay.
brown?
This is a similar bead. In fact, I know this bead maker. His name is Oscar. And
Oh, how cool is that?
this one has a brown background instead. So it's a little bit more muted, but still really cheerful and bright. So that'll be B.
That looks like kind of like sunflower fall
Yeah.
colors.
Yeah,
That's
I think I
beautiful.
love these. He makes beautiful beads. His painting is always very, very precise and
Yeah.
never blurry, never lets it bleed over into each other or anything. Very distinct.
Now, is Oscar the one that makes all of this particular design?
That
or just-
particular design,
Okay.
yeah. And each bead maker has designs that have been passed down through generations. They have started in the last 10 years or so, really branching out from that. But it used to be that they were just very possessive about their ancestral designs that were very traditional.
Yeah.
And then they realized they could make more money if they had more diversity because Westerners want a lot
Diversity.
of diversity. So this is a similar bead, also by Oscar, and this one has the blue background.
And guys, this is letter C, and
That'll be letter
am
C.
gonna update that. Good deal. So
But
C
I always
is,
like his beads.
yeah.
And he's sort of the head of a group of bead makers that have sort of banded together to use the power of numbers to lobby, for example, for glazes that don't have any lead in them. Because
Oh,
originally they found out that their glazes might have lead and their children are running around in
Right.
the area and,
yeah.
So,
What size are the beads average?
oh,
So
I would
ask
say they're about,
Susan.
I should have.
I
do
can
you have
grab
a
an
ruler?
oracle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's get a ruler just to be sure.
Yeah.
They're a little bit chunky, but not huge. My guess is probably about 12 by 12 or 13 by 13, but they could be a tad bigger than that. Some of the other ones that are still on camera here are thinner. But usually the molds that they make, they'll take a plate of and hollow out long cylindrical shapes that they fill with the powder. And so they tend to be tube shaped a little bit.
So
Yeah, I meant to bring a quarter or something over here so people could.
about 14 in length and about 12 wide. But that's approximates. So each of these are going to be a little bit
being
different.
handmade, each one may be, they're not totally uniform or anything, which is definitely part of the charm. They just have a real fun, casual look. So here's another really cool one. I'm not sure who the bead maker is on that one.
Those are nice. Those are
pretty colors. I love the yellow with the dark blue and brown. So that'll be D.
And those are a little bit more tube shaped than
the
previous
they're a little
ones.
longer and that's a little bit more typical. Most of the beads they make are more of a tube shape. Some longer than others.
Yeah, these are. I love all the detail with the dots. I think that's awesome.
Well, and it's interesting because when they take them out of the molds while they're still hot, they use something that looks like a tongue depressor and press them so that they're a little bit curved.
Oh.
And I used to think that was weird because it's harder to make earrings. It's something you have to negotiate when you make your earrings. Mm-hmm. But the idea is that when you make a bracelet, they butt up against each other perfectly instead of gapping like that. And so they do that on purpose to get that pretty curve.
I learned something recently that a lot of African trade beads started out round, mm-hmm. and then they started to do flat tops so that in necklaces they would fit together.
That's interesting.
More beautifully and leave less room for the cord to show through. Uh-huh. But I just think it's cool that they do tubes with this, and then with the round ones they file the top to get it to be flat.
Or they may just press them while they're still hot. I don't know. Different tribes do it different way, and different countries do it different way. But.
Yep. So this one that we're looking at here, I grabbed from the wrong side. That's not Z.
That's going to be E.
That beautiful yellow is E, and Alex is getting that updated on the screen for you guys.
Yeah, the yellow with the dark blue is really dramatic, I think. It's beautiful.
I love how fine the details are here. A lot of times with lines, from my experience anyway, a lot of times with lines on Crowboat glass, they get kind of like chubby little lines, especially when they're small. But these are very fine, detailed.
They paint them using something that looks like an ice pick almost, and they dilute the powdered glazes and into a liquid and dip it and paint that way.
Oh, okay.
And I got to watch the whole process the first time I went over there. It was just very high maintenance.
Yeah.
But it amazes me how quickly they can get all those little lines going and not have them blurring together and everything.
Yeah.
They're very skilled.
Got to take just the right viscosity, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know how else to word it
they
to
have
get
to be
it
really
to,
careful.
Yeah.
And then when they refire them so that the glazes won't chip off, if they don't go far enough, they'll get muddy. Sort of. So it takes a lot of skill and knowledge.
Those are beautiful. All right.
And then here's a really fun chartreuse one. That will be F, as in Frank.
Yep.
It's got little dots of black and red and little white stripes. This is probably a traditional design that's been around for a long, long time.
Are you singing White Stripes music now?
I'm singing White Stripes.
And those are a little, they're a little bit barrel shaped, sort of like the floral ones, but they're a little bit long, a little more of a tube, and they're not as big around as I'll show you the difference. So they're a little smaller than the floral ones were.
Yeah, those are neat. I always am curious what the original design looked like the very first time.
I can tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah.
This was originated as an attempt to imitate the Millefiori beads that came from trade beads that came from Holland and Italy, and but they didn't have the canes of glass and stuff that are used that way. So they painted the designs on instead. And on I think it's on my website. It may not be. I have pictures of an old antique bead from Italy, and then one next to it that looks almost the same except the design is painted. Wow. So I think that was the origin of this, and then it took on a life of its own over time.
Yeah.
So. So that's F.
I'm just always curious about these specific lines and like what the just
Yeah,
why
where that came from. Yeah.
Yep.
Here's one that's got a little bit of the Millefiori thing. It
Yeah.
almost looks like the canes that you see in Millefiori glass.
Yeah.
White with navy, so it's just a bicolored one. So it's probably only been fired twice.
So
That's going to be G.
this one is G,
These are all $10.
like blue china.
And some of the circles are a little bigger than others. This one still goes easily over my hand. So they're all pretty good size.
This I don't remember if it was my parents or my grandparents, but we had sets of teapot stuff and like
Yeah.
nice fine china and the blue kind of. Also, I think Corningware, it has that specific color set too. But beautiful. On to H.
Here's a nice splashy sort of I think of it more as a sunburst than a flower, really. These may also be done by Oscar. They look like his style, but I never saw these actually in his shop or anything, so I'm not absolutely sure on that.
I love that the color on those is not quite yellow, not quite.
Right, it's sort of a rich, creamy,
Yeah.
almost yellow, but not quite. They're very beautiful.
H.
Yes, these are H. Yeah.
Yeah, that's H.
Guys, we had in our pewter sale on our website, we have a tubular shaped copper plated bead that has a really cool design to kind of complement this. So if you were one of those people that grabbed that bead from our pewter sale, you probably need these. You probably need letter H because they would go together nicely.
Now here's another one. This one's almost certainly been fired 3 times total because it has so many different colors. And again, just a very intricate design, probably a traditional one. Sometimes I know for sure and sometimes I'm not positive, but
I'm going to slide that over just a bit.
So
Yep,
we've got
this is letter
dark blue and gold, a real rich gold, and white and red.
So they fire it multiple times to...
Yeah, they fire the background color first, and then they paint, and if it gets to the point where things are starting to get to running together or anything, they have to stop between every 2 colors anyway to let it dry some.
Yeah.
And then after every second or third color goes on, they'll fire again.
Okay.
And then at the very end, because they don't want, otherwise the glaze is chipped. So they're real careful about that.
Yeah. I love.
And I mean, I've worn these in the shower. It's ceramic glazes, just like our potters use here. So as long as you fire them hot enough, they're very secure and sturdy.
Yeah.
This last one is a little bit different. It's not painted. It's done more. It's not a sand cast because it doesn't have that sandy surface, but it's done more like that, where they put the powdered beads, the powders of different colors in layers in the mold and then fire them. It's a beautiful bead. That's very rich teal with the dark blue and the sort of bluish white.
That's cool.
Yeah,
And that
so
would be
this is
J?
J. Yeah.
Very aquatic.
Yeah. I'm a teal person, so I love that bead.
I love the simplicity of these. I love the intricacy of these as well, but having that contrast.
Do you have a link to the beads that you recommend, Abby? As coral?
Oh, the sunflower pewter ones? I think so. They might be sold out. I probably should have looked before I even said that. But
CIR?
yeah, let me link that real quick. Sorry, 1 second.
Nino.
So I think all the ones that we've just shown you, we have 6 to 8 available. Traveling like this, I could not have fit one more thing in my car. So otherwise I would have brought more of everything. But
all right, if you want to drop that link in chat, Alex is going to drop the link in chat for you, Coral. I should not mention things without being prepared to link them. All right, so how are we going to
I'm going to jump to the single colored spacers because those go so well with these.
Yeah, great idea.
We have the smaller versions, and again, we may only have 2 or 3 of each of these colors. But these work great as spacers. Like, for example, where's the brown one? See, it's got 2 of those colors in it, and they make great spacers to sort of set things off in between the other beads. We do a lot of work with we had to work on color because their aesthetic really does dictate all colors go together. And I knew I had to sell to an American market, so what I had them do was pick a colorful bead and then just pick solid colors that were represented in that bead, and they just made great stuff. This one, the teal, goes nicely, the dark blue goes nicely, so these come in really handy as accents. And then we also have these larger ones that I'm going to have a lot of fun figuring out exactly what to do with these. I just can't wait to get that and find some time to work on those and come up with some interesting designs. But we have probably a couple of each of those as well, maybe 3.
I love these big chunky ones.
Yeah.
And so the process on these, I assume, is the tube and then cut?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, no, I don't think so. I think they just layer it in the bottom. They just make it
Oh,
that thick.
okay.
I don't think they ever cut them.
Okay.
As far as I could tell, that wasn't part of the deal.
Okay.
And you can see like one side is a little bit more convex and one's more concave.
Yep.
Because it mounds a little bit when I put it in the mold.
Yep. I see that now. That's very interesting.
So
All right.
we'll go through these one at a time.
Good deal.
The small teals. Now these are $6. They are not as labor intensive to make. So
Okay. What a steal, though. For
yeah, I love working with them. We were completely out of the small flat spacers, and the shipment came in right before I left home. I just was tearing through those boxes trying to get out anything that we didn't already have out. You know.
Yep.
So this is what
This
K.
is K. Yep.
All right, the teal is K. Here's the sort of a royal blue. It's a little brighter than navy.
So we are on to L now. That
would
beautiful
be L.
blue is L.
Also $6.
And guys, on screen, it's showing up a little bit lighter on our monitors than what it actually is. What would we call that color? Like a light cobalt, not like a sapphire, maybe.
Yeah, it's definitely lighter than cobalt. Yeah, I would just call it a bright blue. It's real rich and bright.
Yeah. Yep. It's a
Let's
good
see if
bold
it shows
color.
any darker with this one. No, they're both a little bit darker than they show on the screen, but still very bright.
Yeah.
So
And
that's
actually,
L.
On my phone, it shows up better than on the computer monitor. So.
This gold will be M, as in melody. The gold is their big color. Most of the king beads, the kings wear to festivals and so forth, are made in primarily in the gold color.
Okay.
So that's a sort of a royal color there, and I like it more as an accent because I'm all about teal and green and stuff. But
You losing your spot? Do we need to do some fillers in time?
Let's see.
Let's take a pause before we move on to the next item.
oh, can we
That
do
way-
the other?
Oh yeah, let's do the
$6 one?
last $6, and then we'll take a
There's
pause.
the brown.
So the gold was, I don't know. Do you not have the mouse?
No.
The gold was M. So
Yeah.
this is N. The reason these look a little bumpy is because they got tied too tight, but they're really, flat, just like the other ones, pretty much.
So guys, that I know we've got M on the screen, but just give Alex a minute to catch up. That brown is in, and I'm just going to set that on the screen next to it so that we don't have any confusion. You
And then
guys
we'll
are,
take a pause before we do these big honkers.
yeah, you guys are coming in hot with these comments, so we certainly appreciate it. I'm going to scroll through and see if we've got any questions that we can answer.
Just orders.
Okay. No, I see one question. Terry Velasco from California asks, are the holes about the same size in the spacers as they are the beads?
Hand me one. I think so. I want to say about 2 millimeters.
Okay.
Yeah. I do a lot of stuff on leather with 2 millimeter leather, and the painted beads and the spacers I never have any trouble with.
Okay.
Don't hold me to that too hard because maybe some of the spacers aren't. Again, they're handmade, so sometimes there can be. They keep the holes open while they're firing by using a stem from is it a cassava leaf?
Oh.
Some kind of leaf. And that burns out during the firing process. And of course, those stems can vary a little bit.
Yeah.
But in general, they're pretty close to 2 millimeter or plus.
Well, that's awesome. All right, Alex is caught up now, so we are safe to move on to the next.
All right. Well, let's
set of
talk about these
beads.
honkers. big, bold, fun to come up with new ideas.
Yeah, I love these guys. You know that I'm into like big high
Abbi jumped on
contrast
these when she saw 'em.
designs. So if we don't sell these out for Melanie tonight, I will be Melody tonight.
close enough.
I will be surprised. It's been a long day.
Yeah, we do have limited amounts on these. I was just grabbing things, and I got to the point where nothing else would fit in the car, so I just couldn't bring any more. But
Now, how much are these?
these are 8.
Okay.
They involve more glass, but they didn't
Let's change
involve a
that
lot
on the
more
screen.
labor. So
So these are 8, guys. Oh, is this not? What did I do here?
that was N. So this will be O.
So this is O. Okay, and Alex is changing that. Oh, not 0.
Not 0.
So $8 for O. All right, so this beautiful gold color is O.
Same size in the red. That'll be P.
And what a beautiful red.
Yeah.
Striking but soft as well.
Yeah, it's got a little leaning towards coral.
Yeah.
It's not like a true red, but it's it'll work as red, for example. You know, it picks up the red tones in the other beads.
Mhm. Yep, this is P, and P is 8. You struggling tonight?
I don't have my mouse.
You guys are buying too much. You're just throwing Alex into a tizzy. No, we certainly appreciate it. All right. And I love how we've got some variance in texture here, because you've got some glossy, light reflectant surface, and then you also have that cool kind of pitting.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And that's, I think, the clay itself is not completely smooth.
Yeah.
Same size in the orange, a really pretty orange.
All right, so the orange is Q.
It's not pastel, but it's not a super bright orange either. It's still got a little softness to it.
Yeah, it is a really nice kind of like, what would
Maybe
we
leans
say?
a little towards peach almost, but
Yeah,
not quite, you know,
almost.
somewhere in that
Yeah,
family.
something I would be okay with eating if.
Don't eat the
it's a
beads.
delicious color. It reminds me of like Big Bird feet, like that color orange. I think, you know.
That never would have occurred to me, but you're right.
So because the different devices that people are watching on are always a little bit different.
Yeah, right.
We always try to give them like real world references
Yes.
for what the colors.
It's not
look
pumpkin.
like. No, not pumpkin.
So that was Q.
That was Q. Yep. And now we're moving on to R.
Now, these blue ones are just a tiny bit smaller in diameter than the other 3 big ones were.
Let's show us.
Yeah,
quick
Sally says it reminds me of
just a little.
sherbet.
Yeah.
Oh, sherbet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
a
wanna
good,
push pop
good
now.
comparison.
It is more saturated than, like, if you're watching on a monitor, like a computer screen that's similar to ours, it does pull some of the saturation out. If you're watching on an iPhone, of course, depending on your settings on your particular device, the colors are a little bit more true, but you are seeing these a little bit overexposed. So keep in mind these colors are a little bit brighter and more bold. So you see this R that I have on the screen right here. This is craft paper. So it like if you have in your mind what craft paper looks like that brown kind of like cardboard box color, that's a good frame of reference for how much light and saturation we're losing or gaining. So yeah.
Okay, so that's R.
There
Should we
it
go
is
on with
there.
beads, or should we take a purse break?
What do you guys want to see? Let us know in chat. Do we want to move on to purses and go back to beads afterwards? What do you want to see now, purses or beads? Let us know. And while they are deciding, I'm going to grab my smaller pins because I think I can look through there. And Alex, if you can watch comments to let us
I'll give
know
you a
what they
preview
decide.
on some things we'll be showing you. These are sort of centerpiece beads. They're really cool. They're not round. They're round one way, but flatter than they are. See if I can get up here and show you. So they're round from one angle, but they're not round sideways. And then we also have these rectangular ones that are really fun. And these are like the fused beads that I showed you before, these kinds. These are made by chipping up solid colored beads or patterned beads and then refusing them together.
I was curious
So that's
about
what these are too.
Neat.
So are we going with beads or purses?
Terry says purses, so let's listen
All right,
to Terry.
let's do a few purses. Now these are very limited quantities.
But
You
maximum
have to
quality.
zoom.
Yeah,
Oh
we might
yeah,
wanna
let's
get
zoom out.
Yeah, well, maximum quality. We've been working for years to get these up to speed, and we finally did it at the end of the pandemic. We got the first batch coming over that were all the way there. I was just thrilled with them. They are pieced together, different fabrics pieced together. A snap closure. They do the button just for beauty, you know. And then they have a little snap, a real sturdy snap. They have straps that are adjustable. You can wear them clear down by your hip, or you can double the strap up and wear it, you know, so it barely goes over your shoulder. The inside is also wax print fabrics. That's what they call these fabrics.
Sorry to interrupt. We're going to try it on face cam for just a second, just to see if it's a better frame of reference for what these things look like. And actually, I'm going to scooch out of your way. That way you can be centered on the screen.
Oh, you want me to come over here?
If you don't mind.
I don't mind a bit.
I warmed up the seat for you.
Oh, yeah, nice. Heated seats. Yeah, this I think is a better view. It gives you a sense of the size of it.
Yeah.
So here's the little flap that comes over. The whole thing is wax prints, and these are the much highly prized all cotton fabrics that are made in various countries in Africa, but Ghana is especially known for theirs, for the quality. Each one has two really nice sturdy inside pockets, one on each side. Can you see that okay? And then the straps are really long and can be adjusted to suit your height or your comfort zone.
They're adjustable.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and
nice.
Then a snap closure.
So you say they're wax prints. Can you go into that process?
Yeah, I haven't actually seen these being done, but a wax fabric is a wax. They call it a wax resist. So they'll put wax over the parts that they're not dyeing, and then when you take the wax off, there's blank spots, and they use that over and over. And these are so complex that it really takes a lot of skill to do the wax. Batiks are another version of a wax print, but they're usually much simpler, like the tablecloths that I have on over there.
I was surprised to hear you say that they were wax prints because of how complex the designs are.
This one to me is just quintessentially African. The colors are almost like midcloth.
Now, did we say how much these bats are?
These are $48.
$48, and then I guess if you don't mind, let's just kind of start going through the patterns letter by letter.
Let's do them one at a time.
Yeah.
All right, so what are we up to? RS, is it?
S, I believe.
Okay, so this color, and each one's going to be a little different because, you know, they use strips of fabric and it's not going to have the exact same motifs in each one, but they'll be very similar. So this is S, as in Sam. This is one of my favorites because I'm a blue and green person, so I love this one.
Can you guys see that okay? Let us know in chat.
It looks pretty visible from what I see on the screen.
Okay.
All right, so that's that one. That's S.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, Alex.
This one.
I just popped him.
This T.
Nice.
And I love this with all the neutral colors plus that splash of orange and yellow that makes it really dramatic. This one is T.
Is there a certain spot where I should hang these?
Doesn't matter which one, yeah. So I'll set that aside for her. This is another favorite of mine because I love color. It's just a really fun one. I think this would make a great beach bag.
I love
Isn't that a cool one? It's so happy. You can't look at it without feeling cheered up.
Oh, that's so great.
And they all have the same construction with the two really, good sized, very sturdy inside pockets and the adjustable straps.
So we're on
closure.
U right now, right?
This one is
that
T.
One was T. Okay.
This will be U. The one that's on screen now is U. And I do have, I think, at least 3 of these. I think I have 3 of the others also. But it's a first come, first serve kind of thing. And then this is an example of colors that I wouldn't have, put together on a necklace. And then you see them on a fabric like this, and they're fabulous.
Terry, you're going to love that one.
Oh.
Those are Terry Velasco colors.
So it's got the aqua and sort of a pinky purple that's really pretty with it. Sort of a rust brown and that one will be TU.
Nope.
Oh, sorry. Sorry,
okay.
We did the color, the highlight. This one was U.
So that one.
So this is V.
That one will be V.
And those are the 4 main colorways. We have a few others. So if you decide you want to see some other color patterns, just let us know and we'll bring some on. I probably have 4 or 5 other color combinations. And then while we're doing fiber, We also have these wonderful, beautiful table mats that I am just in love with. It was my fault. These were supposed to be table runners, and I forgot to check the dimensions on the pattern I sent over, and it turns out they're not long enough to be runners per se, but they make great, sort of a large trivet that you could put several casserole dishes or something on. Abby was suggesting to use it as a roll-up kind of thing, where you can put tools or whatever in there and roll it up.
Yeah, like wouldn't that be cool to sew some strips of elastic down the middle and run some lines through them to do like a knitting needle cover up or makeup brush cover up? I just think that would
But I
be
think
really
people are
cool.
going to find all kinds of uses for these other than just table linens.
Yeah.
So this is the teal one. So this will be V.
I got you, Terry.
And how much are these?
These are 28.
Oh,
28.
I'm sorry, no, 22.
22.
Yeah.
Okay. What a steal for all that work.
Yeah, they're very high maintenance to
So
do.
this was W?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, we had a V. Did you already
I said
take a V?
V.
Okay, sorry. This
V
is
was
W
the
then.
bag that I thought
The
Terry
last purse with the
was.
aqua and purple was the V.
Yeah. How
So
in
the teal one is
world?
W, and then this one's more brighter blues. I love this combination. I've got a ton of this color,
Is this
so
W?
this colorway.
These are just such great deals. I don't understand it.
I've actually, Abby gave me the idea when she was talking about the roll-up. I'm going to have them make some with the back having compartments that you could put tools and things in, and it'll be sort of bead-oriented. I think that would be lovely.
Definitely.
So that's X.
X.
This is X.
Yep. Oops, sorry.
And then just let us know if you want to see other purses to see if there are other colors that you like even better.
Melody, I'm just setting these over here on the table for now, just because I don't have a good way of
Sure.
securing these.
And then I'm going to slide back over here and we'll go back to the beads.
Back to the beads.
Now these, well, let's do these first and then we'll do the individual ones after, because those people are going to have to choose their color. So I'll start with the dark blue.
So that
And that
dark
has,
blue is Y. Oh, gotta zoom back
So
in.
it's that
don't I?
pretty rich dark blue with a little bit of the gold and just tiny veins of red in there. And
What
these
is
are
this,
called
Y?
fused
How much?
beads. So these are,
how
I
much are
haven't
these?
seen these being done, but what I understand is that they're pieces that are already made, either solid or printed beads that they chip up and then they put them in the matrix color and refuse them. Did you start to ask me something?
How much are they?
Oh, these are 10. They're about 6 inches.
Sorry, guys. 1 sec. Alex is gonna switch us over.
So that one's Y. And then just to sort of give you a segue, this is similar colors, but it's got a darker orange or more of the dark orange in it. But those go great together. My favorite way to use these is just to buy a whole bunch of different colors and do a multicolored thing. And actually, we have one over there that I can show you that's more of a multicolor that's available.
So we have a question: is there tax, and then how much is shipping on the purses? So there is tax if you live in the state of Illinois. If you do not live in the state of Illinois, there is no tax. And then how much is shipping on a purse? Our estimate for the shipping on a purse is, I think, what did we say, 15 for shipping on purse?
The purses, I think
purses.
it's about 16. But
Okay.
yeah, give or take.
So we believe that it is 15, but we will we'll double check it. If you have a purse that you are interested in and it's depending on what shipping cost is, just let us know and we can always make adjustments to your order after the fact. We'll figure it out, but we use like a commercial shipping service, so we have discounted shipping. So don't expect to have it be outrageous.
So this one is Z, the blue and orange primarily. And then we go bright orange. It's got a little bit of black and yellow in it.
Hold on 1 sec.
Just for fun, while you're looking at that, I'm going to show you the variegated. What I love to do is just take a piece of black leather and put about this many in the front from finger to finger there and put a knot on each end. You got a necklace. It's just a really cute, happy necklace. And well, I'll make these available. You can either buy the long strand, which we only have one each, or you can get a short strand, and then we have several. So this is what, double A?
Yes.
Double A. And then we're going to go, the red one's just a little bigger. It's got some yellow and black. Really pretty, rich, almost a crimson color, I think.
Terry asked,
That's going to be double B.
Purses be 30 for shipping? No, we'll be able to combine it. Like if you're purchasing multiple large things, we'll be able to combine them. It's dimension related usually when the shipping cost is higher. So because the purses can be made flat, we can combine them.
Yeah, you can squish them down.
Yeah. So
well, and if you use the soft,
like the
plastic,
polymailers,
that really helps on the shipping prices too.
Yeah. My
So
guess
this is
that
double
it'll be
B,
closer to
I think?
10. Yes.
Double B for the red. And another segue. Here's, I love these with the light blue and the red. And it also has the yellow and black. That's going to be double C.
So the aqua and red is double C.
Mm-hmm.
And that red.
That's a
and
really
yellow.
pretty one. I love that combination.
So on screen is CC currently?
Yep.
Most of these we only have 2 or 3 on hand, so.
Yeah, get those comments in quick if you're interested in these.
So that's double C. And I'll show you the difference. This one is a much larger, a bigger version. I'd say these are probably 15 millimeter or something like that. And they're just 2 shades of blue with a little, I guess, maybe a little bit of a, I'm not sure if that's white or just a light blue in there.
Gotcha, Sean.
I don't know what it is, but this color combination of the aqua and red and yellow,
together,
it reminds me of something very nostalgic, and I can't figure out what it
Can't
is.
quite get it to surface.
Yeah.
And that was double D?
Yes.
So this is double E.
What reminds you of it?
And then these are on the
These
smaller
colors.
side. Really pretty
hold on
green with
one
yellow and
second.
black.
Let's go back just one
Oh,
second
sorry.
because I think I missed a letter somehow.
I think we had a double C.
Yeah.
Should be I think that one's supposed to be double C.
Are we missing double C from our set? Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so look at that.
Ah.
CCDD. How did we do that? Okay. So
That's double D, double C.
I was like, I knew I saw double C. So then instead, can we skip DD? Have we shown DD yet?
No.
Okay, so let's just skip.
So we'll just back up a little bit.
DD.
This was double B. This was double A.
Hold on, we gotta go a little
So double B
lower.
was the red. Double A was the orange.
And then
This is double
CC.
C. We're going to skip
Can't see
D.
that.
So this will be double
I'm
E, the big
prepping.
blue ones.
No.
This was CC. And then
So this is double E.
EE. Awesome.
I'm sorry, I'm going too fast for you. This is my first time doing this. I have an excuse.
You're doing fine.
And then this will be double F, the real pretty green with the yellow and black.
One second. These are a lot harder to tag because the beads
Yeah, it slides off.
Yeah. Okay,
That's double F.
thank you.
And then these, we have 2 different variegated ones. We have the more darker, brighter colors and the more pastel ones. So the pastel ones, let's just say these are going to be 6-inch strands, and we'll have 3 of them available. And
Oh,
that'll
so
be-
we're separating them
yeah,
down into,
I'm going to
okay.
shorten those into 6 inches.
So
If
guys,
somebody really wants the whole thing, let us know right away
How much
before
are
we
these?
end up cutting it up.
how much are the 6-inch strands?
The
of
6-inch
these?
strands are 10, and the whole thing would be 24.
If you are wanting the whole thing, guys, that the whole thing takes priority over
Okay.
individual.
And actually, I'm wrong.
not-
It's 22 because there's over 3 of the 6-inch ones, but not quite
Oh, okay.
4
Okay.
of them.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Alex.
No worries.
Okay, so that's double G for the more pastel ones. And same on this, it'll be a 6-inch strand. And that'll be double H, or 22 for the whole strand.
Sally, did you want the whole strand or?
Or individual, not individual, but 6-inch strand for $10 or full strand
For
for
22.
Okay, so Terry's taking the whole thing. So
Okay, that one's gone.
HH is gone.
Oh, HH is gone?
Mm-hmm. And then we're waiting to hear from Sally if she would like
And GG, this is pending.
the full thing of GG or all right.
She said a whole strand.
You ready for this? This will be really hard to
This will
tag.
be fun. Alex is gonna
We'll just have to
love
set it
this
out on top of the
one.
card. And I don't know how you want to do this. These are $4 a piece. There's rectangular ones and then the round flat.
Yeah, just look in the basket, guys, and let us know what color you want.
Zoom out a little bit.
Big
yeah.
holes. It looks like the holes are maybe closer to 3 millimeter. And these are great, just centerpiece beads.
let's
Some of them we
push
have
this
multiple,
forward.
some are single. Most of them have at least 2 because I have another strand just like each of these, and I think they have the same beads.
So these are $4. This is II. Alex, if you could put II on the screen for $4. They are $4 a bead. Just let us know what colors you like. We're going to spend a little bit of time here just kind of focused on these beads. You can let us know if you see colors that you love, and then we'll make sure that that is the one that you want, since we've got rectangle, and then we also have cute little lentil shapes. No, coins, right?
Yeah,
Coins.
fat coins.
Fat coins.
So here's how big they are facing you. And there's the side view. The holes are nice and big.
Scoot your hand over just a bit because our little picture
Let me get
in
this out from
screen.
behind it too.
Wonderful, thank you. We've got like a little picture-in-picture thing of our faces, just so they get to see our beautiful faces at the same time as the beads.
Is that a purplish coin one with white?
Is it this one? Is it
It's not on
rectangle or
camera
circle?
anymore.
Oh, if you could, but then we gotta see it too. Terry, is it this one? This is like a transparent amethyst color with like a peppermint swirl through it almost.
That's a good way to describe it. And we do have several of them.
Like grape candy and peppermint. I was wanting to focus on the stuff behind, so let me kind of put my hand behind
Yes,
it.
she likes that one.
Okay, Terry, did you
Okay.
want one bead of this style?
I think we probably have a total of 4 of those.
I'm just going to set that
Oval
one.
purple.
And we also have
Uh-oh.
this
Is this an
rectangular
oval?
bead that looks really good with it.
So I think Sean would like the oval purple, which I think is the one you have in your hands. Sean, if you wouldn't mind, oh, can I borrow it from you for just a sec? Is this the one that you were wanting, Sean?
And Susan wants coin-shaped orange ×2.
Coin-shaped orange. This one maybe?
The lighter orange or the more red orange?
Is it this
Well,
one?
she wants both of them. So.
Oh,
Or the brighter reddish orange.
Okay,
It's
so
really
this
more of a
one's
crimson, I
Sean.
think.
And how much are these? 4?
4, yeah.
So is that the one you want?
Okay, so Sue, bright orange or red orange? Or both, one of each. She says yes. Which one?
There's the red one.
Sue, there's a bit of a delay, so if you could tell us orange red or the light.
This is the orange red.
Sue says bright orange, and you wanted 2 of the bright orange or the light orange, I guess.
The light orange?
Yeah.
Okay, those 2.
Awesome, thank you. And can we put this on Sue lady? Awesome, thank you. And then those are 4. All right, we're just gonna kind of let you guys take a look at these just for a little while longer.
Spin it a little bit. This is one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I
we
love
need
that
one of those,
olive,
like,
almost olive green with the yellow.
Lazy
Really pretty.
Susans.
Yeah, there's I've seen people do that with live shows before where they get like a turntable and just put the
Yeah,
item and it just rotates.
Third one, the longer one, Melody's suggested.
What was that?
Terry
I don't
says
know.
third one, the longer one, Melody suggested. A
This one
longer
here?
one?
Is this the one you're talking about?
What would we call that? Like lime and
Yeah, it's got a-
rust and white?
Yeah, sort of a reddish rust, a little bit of green, a little bit of white, and a little bit of black. It's a really pretty bead.
Terry, is this the
Yes.
one? Terry says yes.
That's it? Okay, one of them?
Awesome. Yep. Oh,
Okay.
sorry, I didn't mean to scratch you. Can you put that on Terry's? Thank you. Good deal. So Melody's going to be our little turntable for just a while longer, and we'll make sure everybody's
living
had
lazy
a chance.
Susan here.
Oh, my phone just died. You guys have shopped so much that my phone died.
This is a really cool one too, the red and black. I just saw that for the first time.
Oh, I love that.
Every time I turn this, I see, ooh, I love this one. Look at that. Beautiful
Ooh, I
deep
like
blue,
that.
a little bit translucent.
Yeah. That's gorgeous.
Go crazy.
That's a beauty.
So, Tala, if you want to send us a message either on our Facebook page or through our website, we can send you pictures of all of the purses after the live show. Melody's got a lot of beautiful ones, so we'll just take some time and take pictures of what she's got in stock. And this offer goes to everybody also. If you're interested in seeing a wider selection of some of the things that you've looked at, just message us, actually preferably through our website. And then that way we can add things directly to your invoice.
Sean says rectangle dark blue.
Oh, the one that I just showed, that really pretty one? Is this the one?
Is that the one, Sean?
It's a real beauty. I love this one.
Was that it, or was it a different one?
That's the only one that's all blues. I've got a blue with yellows, but I think this is the one that he was probably talking about.
Waiting. Yes. Yep. That's
Okay,
the one.
that's Sean. Here's a fun one that's multicolored. It's got pretty much every
that's
color
cool.
that's been around tonight.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun centerpiece. That would really be fun, a fun centerpiece
Oh, yeah.
to go with these.
Yep.
But again, most of these beads just scream for leather. They look so good on leather or black cord. Almost any color of leather, really.
I bet they'd be really cool with black aluminum wire.
Oh, and we also have, this one actually is black. I thought at first it might be blue, but this is a black and white. That's real. I've always heard that if you can only make one color of jewelry, black and silver or black and white, because everybody has something black to wear.
Terry asks for the long multicolor one.
Okay, great. Yeah, let me find it again. Here it is.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, Alex.
Let's find other favorites here. Oh, this is a pretty one too. It almost looks like a leaf storm or something.
Oh,
It's got
yeah,
greens
yeah.
and yellows and a little
more,
bit of browns. Sort of an orangey brown.
If you can scoot your hand over that way, just a
There
hair.
you
Thank
go.
you. Our little picture-in-picture screen likes to block what you're showing sometimes.
Robin asks for the long black one.
The long what one? Black?
Yep.
Okay. Here's another pretty one. I love the aqua with the yellow. Sort of like that one that was over there that you said you liked so much.
Yeah.
But this is one of my favorites, and nobody else seems to be loving it as much as I do.
Terry,
It's
you
a
have
translucent,
3.
2 colors of green, sort of a lime and an olive with yellow and black. It's really a pretty one.
Oh, striking.
Yeah. Oops, I keep getting off camera here. Sorry.
Yeah, Sean. So we do these live streams, obviously not with Melody, but we do these every week in some form or fashion, unless we're
Sick.
sick.
Hey,
Which we have
Terry.
been.
Terry,
quite a
I know
bit recently.
you're saying 4 total beads. Were you wanting 2 of that first one that you ordered? Because I for some reason I was thinking you got 2 of them and I've got 1
Do
here.
you have any purple? Asks.
Do we have
Robin.
any purple left, or did everybody get them
I
all
don't think so. That's a
already?
tough color for them. The closest we have to purple, this one reads dark purple. It's actually, I guess, I don't know, maybe it is a little bit purple, but it's actually sort of a blue-black
Yeah.
that
Looks a little.
it looks purplish, but a very dark purple. That's
2
probably
of
the closest we
purple.
have to a purple. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Do we have any more of this one?
Purple, apparently.
'Cause Terry was wanting 2 of these.
Oh,
Are
2
there
of
any more
those?
that
Yeah,
one
hang
left?
on. Where is it?
is that it?
Is this it?
Mm-mm. I was
I
like that
think we
amethyst
sold it,
tone.
but I have
Okay.
another one.
You have another one?
Yeah,
Okay.
make a note.
Okay.
Yeah,
Terry
so I
will
think
get
that's
another
the
one
only
for ya.
purplish one we have. Seems like something else caught my eye a minute ago. What was it? Oh, the yellow and
That's a 2.
yellow and red one is really striking too.
Are both
Oh,
of
Looks
these
Chinese to
Sean's?
me for some
Okay.
reason. Asian.
Sean Pippin. Okay.
Scotty's brother.
Robin says, I'll take that blue/purple.
Okay. Oh, this is the other one I was about to show. I think this is really cool. It's got translucent, sort of teal and dark blue, and then little flecks that have red, white, and blue. It's really a neat combination, but the translucent background really makes it.
What is the rectangle? Sally asks, what is the rectangle on the table multicolor with yellow?
The yellow and
maybe a
aqua,
little
or the
red?
green and yellow?
Probably the one in your left hand.
The green and yellow?
Yeah, with a little red.
Yeah, there's a little orange in there. The blue and yellow has red in it. This has more of an orange color in it.
Susan asks, can I see more coin shapes?
More, which ones?
The
Coin
coin
shape.
shapes.
Oh, sure. Why don't I just set them out? Let's see. We got
So really,
red, black, and yellow. And then red and yellow. The green one that I like so much. Oh, this is even prettier. And then we've got yellow and blue.
teal blue, please, asks Suzanne.
Teal blue. Mostly we have either the aqua blue or the darker bright blue, like this one.
Is it one of the ones on camera now, or because
Suzanne, was it this one, or are you asking
or this
to
one?
see?
Oh, this one is, yeah, this does have a little bit of teal in it. Yeah, it reads teal. Sorry, I forgot about that one. It's a really pretty one. Is that the one you were wanting?
yes.
Okay.
Uh-oh, is she saying yes to me or to?
No, she's saying
Okay. Sorry.
That's the
Suzanne,
other-
you wanted a coin one, right?
Here's the red and black one. The yellow with a little bit of red.
Abby or
So the
Alex,
red
can you
with a little
add
bit of
that
yellow?
pewter bead, sunflower bead stand to my cart? Pretty please.
Yeah. Yeah, we can do that. You can just write sunflower copper pewter strand.
And this one I don't think I've highlighted yet. It's got translucent, sort of a,
Which one is it?
almost a pea green, and then little chips that have red, green, and white. And the background has got some translucence to it. It's really pretty. I keep finding new ones to like.
Rectangle. Okay. Suzanne, I just want to confirm with you. Say, if you don't mind typing yes, Abby, if this is the one that you wanted, because I think we're more confused now than we were earlier. So
She said
Suzanne,
any coins you pick.
okay, this one, because this is the one we think you want.
Sally said rectangle on the table for me, please. Yellow, green in front.
Okay. Yellow, green, and orange is this one.
Who's this for?
Sally.
Okay.
I'll put one of each of the rectangles out too. There's a pretty orange and blue and white. There's another one of the multicolors.
Terry said
The
I
black and
wanted the
white.
copper strand too from your website.
Okay, can you write that down on her thing and we'll make sure to add it.
Yellow and red. Green and yellow and black.
So Robin says red and black on the table.
Which size?
Sorry.
Shape.
Circular or?
I think that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also
do
the
that.
red and yellow coin, says Suzanne. Man, this
Red
is,
and yellow.
Okay.
This is all
Which red and yellow?
We got red, black, and yellow, or just this is red, black, and yellow, or this is red and yellow.
And the one next to it is red
And then
and
this is
yellow.
yellow and red.
Let's do 1, 2, 3. That would
One,
probably be easier.
Red, black, and yellow. 2 is
This is
red
why
and
you
yellow,
use
and 3 is yellow and red.
This is Robin.
Let us know which one it is you like.
Is there another of the coin that Suzanne picked? The black and blue one? With the,
Let me see if there's one on the other
It's like
strand.
blue and
The teal one or the?
this
like
one.
a barber
You
shop.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
see if there's
logo
one on
on
the
it.
other strand over here.
Red and yellow too, said Suzanne. I am so lost.
The middle one.
Ooh,
Okay, so this one's
guess
from
what? This
Suzanne.
has a few that we haven't seen yet.
Ooh.
Let's see. I think this is the closest to the teal. This bead right here. It's got sort of a
Oh, this
teal
one.
background with white and red, or white and black.
This one's pretty similar too.
Yeah, and then this one has the teal
Oh,
with the
down
red
just
and
a
white.
little. There you
The one between my fingers here.
go. Okay.
And I'm gonna, chop this up so the individual beads are available.
I'm gonna get
I
scissors
saw
so we can do
something
that
else
now.
that I hadn't seen. This one's cool.
Can you keep
Some light green with, or light
Susan.
blue with the splashes of orange and just a little bit of blue and white in there.
Susan said yes, blue teal.
Okay, the one with the black and white or the one with the red? So here's the black and white one. That would be number 1 in your response.
Sue says yes, Melody, first one.
This one. Okay, let me cut this
Oh,
up.
sorry. Let you do the honors.
There's that one.
Thank you. And this was for Sue Lady.
Let me see if there's anything else on here we need to put out there. Something new.
Light green with blue, says Suzanne.
This light green with blue. Is it a rectangle or a circle?
Rectangular circle, Suzanne.
And is it on the table?
And is it on the table?
It is on the table?
He's either.
Oh, no, I'm
He's just.
Sorry.
I'm just trying to.
Here's a black and white.
Circle.
Circle.
And what colors was it? I'm
Light
sorry.
green.
Light
and
green.
Light green with blue.
Light green with blue.
On the
Is it-
strand. Oh.
Oh. It's one from the strand.
Oh, on this?
I don't see one.
I don't either. Light green with blue. We don't really have anything very light green except this one. Is this it? It doesn't really have, it has just a little tiny flecks of aqua in there, but mostly white and red. That's the only one I see is light green other than this rectangle.
Oh.
This one's for Robin.
Who's that?
We're adding this to Robin.
Should have just done more.
So let me know if the one I'm holding right now is the one you mean.
She says no, that's not
Yeah.
it.
Light green.
Um, Do we want to kind of, well,
Is it showing on camera right now?
she said it was from the strand, so it would have had to
Okay.
have been from this pile. Is it any of them that are on the strand now? Is it this one? Because this one's like an olive green, light olive green, maybe peridot even,
With a darker green and red and white.
like almost Christmas bead type stripes in little coins that
I
are
don't see
mixed
anything over
in.
here either.
Alex, are you seeing any comments come through?
No, yes. Yes was the last one.
Okay, who is that from? Suzanne? Okay, this one, Suzanne? I hope so. say yes, Abby, please, if that's the one. I'm going to keep this off to the side now so that,
You can take those off if you want to.
okay.
Yes.
Okay,
That's it.
good.
Okay, good. I was baffled.
Is
So
that
I added
everything?
a black and white of the round. It's sort of a delicate.
Thank you, Suzanne.
We have another 20
Looking
in the bag
one.
somewhere. My
Here's
gosh.
sort of a nice splashy. Move these up a little bit. Sort of a bright green with splashes of red and yellow. That's kind of fun.
All right, guys, last call for these guys. And then, are we going to do baskets tonight?
Ooh, I
Or-
forgot all about the baskets.
'cause
We can't forget those.
We're running close to the
To the
end
end?
of our show
All
time.
right, yeah,
so-
let's get some baskets. I'll switch places with you. if
Okay,
that
I'll
works for
clean
you.
up
You're
your-
welcome.
So they could get a sense of the scale.
Yeah. And I'll get the rest of these guys in the basket here so that we don't knock any of these beautiful beads on the floor. And I'll scooch out of your way.
Baskets. These are tote style baskets.
Alex, we're switching back
White.
to Space Cam. And that was II. So now we're on JJ.
All right, so this basket is JJ. These go for 62. And this one has, oh, it's really beautiful colors. It's got,
Robin says the white and gray May red long one
Okay.
on the table.
I'll grab it.
this has a bunch of different colors. It's got the basic straw color that's undyed, and then there's sort of a pretty teal, bright, sort of hot, almost hot pink, and dark blue, and then more
Oh, yeah.
of the teal. I'm going from the bottom up here. and then yellow with that dark blue, more teal, and just a real intricate pattern of weaving.
Yeah, that's Robin.
They have these wonderful leather-covered handles that are really nice and sturdy. Here's a view of the inside. So these, the Ghanaian people use when they go to market. Some people use these as a way of gathering all the vegetables. Nothing's packaged in their marketplaces. The food's just out, and they'll just pile things into these baskets. They're nice and sturdy. If in the shipping it comes to you and it looks a little bit crushed, all you have to do is just dunk it in water for a few minutes and set it out. It dries really quickly, and just shape it and then let it dry, and it comes out fine.
That's so good to know.
Yeah, I thought it would be a big deal, but the first time I did it, I just put some water in the tub and just dunked it for, I think it was maybe 2 or 3 minutes, just let it get really soaked, and then I pressed it into shape, just kind of
That makes sense.
molded like this in shape.
Yeah.
This one has a little bump in the back, and that'll totally go away. So that's which number?
That was JJ.
That's JJ.
52. Thank you.
This one has more emphasis on the reds and oranges. It's a really pretty one. So starting from the bottom, it's got a pretty bright red, and then the straw, it's got that dark, almost a purplish blue mixed with the straw.
Is there 62?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then an orange and purple combination, or yeah, purpley, a hot pink. And then a little bit of orange under the leather of the handle.
Robin, we've gotcha. And we'll confirm your order with you. Like if there's any changes that need to be made, we can do that too.
So this one is, I'm losing track of
That
numbers.
one is KK.
This is KK.
And guys, shipping on these might be a little bit more because we can't
It's hard to predict.
flat these.
Yeah,
flatten
you
these
can't
down.
crush them totally down.
But we will do our best to ship them as economically as possible to you guys. And of course, if you order one tonight and shipping is higher than you expected and you need to make some changes, you're definitely not obligated to.
Yeah, just let us know before I leave town.
Yeah, please. Or I get a new bag, so.
There you go. So this is we don't get a whole lot of neutral ones because these people just love color so much, but I really like these neutrals too. It's black rather than dark blue, and the natural straw color with a really pretty black handle.
I love that.
Yeah, it's a really cool one.
Gorgeous.
And these we've actually partnered with people. We started having our own people that we pay directly make these, but the learning curve is so long, and usually our people stay for maybe a year and a half, and then they've saved enough money to go to school. So the retraining was just so expensive. So we partnered with another group. It's still helping Ghanaian artisans, and they do the complicated ones, and then we do some of the smaller, simple ones with our own people.
Have you ever woven baskets?
I haven't. I want to learn next time I go over. What was the marking on that?
This one was LL.
LL.
We've
I'll have a
had
couple
some
more
basket
over
weaving
here.
classes here at the store, and I'm always so appreciative of the amount of work that goes into it.
These take a long time to make. Because it's really, they're made of elephant grass.
Yeah.
And it's thin stuff.
Very fine weave.
It takes an experience. I think that my
See you,
partner over
Terry.
there told
Thanks
me.
for hanging out.
I think he told me that it takes an experienced bead weaver a couple of days to make one of these.
Oh, wow.
And so our people was taking like a week for
Yeah.
each one.
Yeah.
So here's another neutral one that's really, I love this pattern with that stripe going across the front and sort of a, I don't want to say orange, sort of a rust colored leather handle.
Yeah.
Here's the inside.
Thank you, Terry. Miss you. See you later.
These are they also use them for storage. This is great to store yarns in, especially. I have a lot of people that buy these and store their yarns in them.
What a great beach bag, too.
Yeah, they work great for that as well. And that one is...
This was MM.
NN.
MM.
MM is in Mary.
As in melody.
And then we'll wrap up with this one.
NN.
I love these colors. Starting at the bottom, we've got the straw and a real pretty, sort of an emerald green. And then this is a combination of that sort of purpley blue with the green and yellow, and then straw and the green again. It's a really beautiful basket.
Vibrant. That's gorgeous.
All right. And that is NN as in Nancy.
Yep. Oh,
And you think we should wrap it up there?
If you have anything else that you want to show real quick.
I have a couple more baskets.
Okay.
If anybody has a particular, like if you'd like to see more purses now,
Mhm.
that's fine. Just let us know.
Susan
what you'd like to
says
see.
in.
Okay, so Sue wants in. We'll put that one
62.
aside now.
Well, here's some more. So she said she wanted to wait
Yeah,
till the end.
a couple more baskets.
Sue, were you wanting to come pick that one up, or were you wanting to package that? Or were you wanting us to package that for you? Because since you're semi-local, you could probably save a little bit on shipping if you wanted to pick it up. Either way is fine. Pick up, okay.
This one, I love the pattern with the vertical look in it. Most of them are more horizontal stripes, but this has more of the vertical look. It's really a cool one. Mostly greens and blacks and straw and
Awesome.
sort of a bright
Sounds
pink
good.
color. Now these, the only thing I would say about them is store them out at the sunlight. If they're in direct sunlight for too long, they'll gradually sort of fade a little bit. They're still pretty, but they're a little more muted.
Yeah.
But if you keep them out of the sunlight, the dyes really stay strong. So that is 00.
That is 00. These colors are a lot more saturated in real life than they are on the screen.
Yeah, they're pretty bright. And last but not least, mostly green and orange with black and straw. Green and orange, you get a lot of Ghana's colors of their flag has green and orange in it. So you see a lot of green and orange stuff together. That combination is extremely popular over there. The sides are a little different from each other in terms of the colors, that little part that rises up.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
And that is PP.
PP.
PP. All right.
All right.
Any requests on things people want to see before we sign off?
Anybody have any questions or want to see the bags or baskets again? Not the bags.
I want to thank all of you for your purchases. This is going to mean a whole lot over there. Money goes a long way over there. And their inflation is probably about 8 times worse than ours. They've had some things triple in price in the last 8 months. Common things that everybody has to have. So they're really hurting with the inflation thing.
Yeah.
Largely because of the Ukraine war has disturbed all the delivery channels and everything. It's really made a difference. But these purchases tonight will really help some young women get a good education and increase their standard of living for their lives, for the rest of their lives.
That's fantastic.
We're very much about teaching people to fish rather than giving fish. We don't give anything away. Everybody works for what they get. The work ethic there is really strong. It's hard to find a job, but they work very hard, and we've been really happy with the seriousness with which they take their jobs. And
that's fantastic.
it's really just been a joy.
Is it okay to email later?
Yeah, that's fine. Sally, the latest that we're accepting orders is going to be Saturday morning, just because Melody's
by
not
noon
here
or so,
forever,
noon or
but
1. Yeah.
That way we can get your order processed and get an invoice to you, and get you your items. So, all right.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna.
Well, thanks for having me on, and thanks for all your purchases. I appreciate it so much.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody, and remember we do this every Wednesday at 7.
Come on in.
Yep. Thanks so much, everybody. Remember, Melody's here all weekend.
Yeah, stop by the store if you're local, for sure.
Yeah,
and think about taking a class.
Yeah, I was just about to say, definitely check out that virtual class that we have going on tomorrow night at.
That's the Bizzle class.
Email at. Ask Sean.
What was the question?
Where do I give my email?
You can just message our page with it, or you can submit a message through our website, which is beadplace.net. Is Sean watching on YouTube or Facebook now? Facebook. Okay, yep. So the page that you're actually watching this stream from, you can just send us a message directly and just say, hey, I ordered in the live show tonight. Here's my email address. And then we'll go ahead and get an invoice issued. We've got a lot of orders from tonight. So I hope that we're going to get everything invoiced by tomorrow, but give us a little bit of time. It might take us a couple days to get everything invoiced. So.
Yeah, I'm looking at this list. Thank you so much. It looks like a big list. I appreciate that.
All right. Any final questions from anybody? Alex, are you seeing any other comments come
No,
through?
just my mom.
Lots of hearts, is that her?
Yep.
Hi, Mom.
Have a great night, everybody. Thank
Bye.
you all
Yeah,
so
thanks
much.
again.
Thank you.